What's up, everybody? Welcome to Tuck Rule Takes episode 201. We are in the 200s officially. Episode 201 of Tuck Rule Takes. The gang is all here per usual during the regular season, and we're here for a big reason as well. Because actually, before we get into anything, I'm Mike. Liam's here. Al's here as well. Like I said, that is the gang. We are all here. Thank you very much to Couch Guy Sports for putting us on. Al, obviously, you were a part of that. So thank you partly with Couch Guy Sports for putting us on. Couch Guy Sports, go check it out. All your sporting needs. Anything you want to take a look at New England sports wise, go take a look there. Sports Spider as well. That is Spider with a Y. Go take a look at them. Go to the NFL tab. Go to Patriots. Scroll down. You will see us there. Also, a bunch of other stuff going on there as well. So, like I say every week, go check those two out. Whether you're listening to us on the trail, at the zoo, at the game, wherever you are, listen, watch YouTube, wherever you get your podcasts. But guys, I don't think I don't have anything else to get into. I think we have to get right into it, right?
Yes, we do. In fact, I think we get into the one topic we always start with. Drake fucking May, baby.
Oh, I was going to say how your Eagles shit the bed, but I mean, that's a better topic. I like that too.
No.
Well, if you consulted your residential Eagles expert, I would have told you that this week was a loss. So.
The topic we're talking about is, guys, the New England Patriots shock the world. And I mean that. I'm not being hyperbolic. The New England Patriots shocked the football world. Prime time, Sunday night football. Everybody watching. There's one game on. It's Patriots versus Bills. In what's the Bills stadium? What's it called?
Orchard Park.
In Orchard Park. The last time the Patriots will play there, unless they meet them in the playoffs. If I
Didn't
get that
it used
correctly.
to be like Ralph Lauren or something like that?
Used to be back in the
used
day,
to be something, right? Yeah. Well, it doesn't matter because, guys, the Patriots beat the 4-0, now 4-1 Buffalo Bills 23-20 in I think one of the better games of this early season so far. But like I said, the Patriots shocked the world. Before we get into Drake May, I just want to get quick opening thoughts from you guys. I know that we are all Patriots fans here. We're all relatively optimistic, different levels of it. But I don't think any of us, maybe Liam excluded, really thought that the Patriots were going to win this game, especially how this turned out, because we will talk about it. This episode is all Bills, then we'll have a little bit Saints preview at the end, maybe some Belichick as well if we want to talk about it. But guys, how did you feel once the clock hit triple zeros on this game? And then, like I said, then we'll get into Drake May. But just overall thoughts, how do you feel about this win?
So let me jump off this one because Liam, like you said, Mike, Liam was probably the most optimistic out of all of us that the Patriots could actually beat the Bills. So when I saw triple zeros run off the clock, even before then, when Andy Borregales hits a 52-yard field goal to put them ahead with 15 seconds left.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be honest. This was another right step in the right direction for this organization. And they proved it the past couple weeks, right? Last week, they blow a shitty Panthers team. Blow them out. That was a good step because it's like, okay, they're good enough, hopefully now, where they can semi-consistently do that. Now the next step was, can they beat a good team on the road? And just to add the, cherry on top of the sundae, an interdivision rival. You get that done. So now it's like, okay, now you checked off two big check marks, two big ones. And I know we'll look ahead toward the end, but my next thing is, because I'm always looking ahead, will they avoid the letdown after this game? But again, that's going to come within time. Right now, it's awesome. It's great. You beat the Bills legitimately. It wasn't a JV team. It wasn't, a hoax. You beat this Bills team. So credit to Mike Vrabel. Credit to Drake May, credit to Stephon Diggs, and credit to everybody in the organization. That was a team win.
Mm-hmm. Liam, how'd you feel coming out of this big game?
Jazzed up, baby. Like, what an exciting game. Couldn't have asked for anything more. It had all the elements minus special teams until the end, and then we cashed in on that. But you get some defense in there, defensive plays. You get some turnovers just to get the blood flowing and get you frustrated. Incredible offensive performances, some great passes, strong runs, nothing too dynamic that we saw in the Mac Jones 3 passes in that game back in the day, but had everything you could want. And Buffalo lost, baby. Fuck them. I'm so psyched.
Dude, there are no more undefeated teams. There was one coming out of the slate of games on Sunday, and it was the Bills. The Patriots said, hold on a second. Let me fix this for everybody.
We got this.
But we do have to start with Drake May because, Al, I do agree with what you said. This was one of those wins where there's no funny business. There's no big, kind of like when the Chiefs beat the Patriots years ago when N'Keal Harry stepped out of bounds when he really didn't. There's no like big play, big call, big referee interference, that kind of like, spawn where like the Bills can be like, yeah, but, or the Patriots can be like, yeah, we won, but if X, Y, and Z didn't go our way. No, this was just a great divisional game. And it was honestly spearheaded by two people. And we're going to start with Drake May because he is the quarterback. 22 of 30, 273 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions, not even any interception worthy plays. Guys, I think that we can stop being so reluctant with Drake May. I think we can say he is here. This is Drake May. This is the guy. This is the quarterback. Like, why not? Why do we have to be so reluctant and hesitant in saying that? For 5 weeks, wins or losses, regardless of what it is, for 5 weeks, Drake May has continually improved in front of our eyes. And he has shown that he is the guy. He beat the guy that we all want him to be similar to. Drake May, the Bills were 14-0 in their last 14 home games. They were undefeated. Josh Allen is the MVP. And Drake May went in there, outdueled Josh Allen, and willed this team to a victory. And may I remind you guys, he had a game-winning drive. So put that arrow in your quiver too. He had some incredible throws that I'm sure we'll talk about. But guys, Drake May, this is an A+ game. This is the official. Everybody has said it. If you're listening to this, if you're watching this, if you're a Patriots fan, everybody has said this term. This was the coming out party for Drake May and the Patriots, but really Drake May. If you are someone who has been watching Drake May for these last 5 games or 4 games coming into this game, that Drake May is kind of that dude. But this is where the rubber meets the road. You have to show up in these games. Mike Vrabel said it. You don't know how you're going to show up in these situations until you're in them. You're playing arguably the best team in the league. You're getting punched in the face in the second half and you're punching back. This was Drake May's coming out game. How do you guys feel about having Drake May, number 10, former UNC quarterback, as your quarterback for the New England Patriots going forward? How'd you feel coming out of this game with Drake May?
I loved the little UNC shot you threw in there. That was great.
Yes, absolutely. Sir, you caught it.
I absolutely love that. It's phenomenal. It is, because this is the type of quarterback that the Patriots have not had for 25 plus years. And I'm talking a dual threat quarterback. We all love Tom Brady, but he was one-dimensional. Rocket of an arm, big old noggin up there. But guess what? Couldn't run if his life depended on it. Yeah, he had his couple moments. There's the juke on Urlacher and stuff like that. Like, I get it. I know. But more often than not, he's not going to run for anything. Now you have a dual threat quarterback in this offense that's 22, 23 years old, something like that. Think Cam Newton 2020, but 1,000 times better and 1,000 times more upside.
You guys
that's scary. That's scary. Hey, truth hurts.
Doesn't. Cam Newton is still better than Drake May. Let's not get it twisted.
Drake
May is great.
I'll give you his prime years. Cam Newton's prime years. We could have that discussion in a couple.
Until I see an MVP in a Super Bowl, we know who lies on top.
At least for you. But anyways, go ahead, dude.
For everyone. But yeah, no, it was absolutely magic. Like, Buffalo, they are who I thought they were, and we didn't let them off the hook. They are not that good of a team, and the Patriots put it to them. It was definitely tight. But I think a lot of that is the Patriots shooting themselves in the foot. We are now proven to be a very competent, scrappy, shit, borderline playoff team. Things are looking unbelievably well. Little early in the season for me to hop on that bandwagon, but things look really, really good. And as you said, big division points here. We love all that jazz, but what a fucking game. Like just it was one of those games where it ended and I'm kind of it felt like the Super Bowl. Like most of the time a game ends, I turn it off and I go to bed or whatever, especially, this late on a Sunday. But
Mhm.
I just kind of sat there and I watched Drake May get interviewed, Stephon Diggs get interviewed, and watched them buddy together. And I was
Hunter
like,
Henry. Yep.
yeah, and I just kind of sat there and was like, this was cool. This was really cool. Like I'm glad I watched this. I'm glad I was around for this. Everything. It had so many components that we're going to talk about, but it was a fucking awesome game.
Dude, I can't stop smiling. I feel like an idiot. To your point, Liam, I told you right before we got on, I slept for probably a total of an hour last night. I could not go to sleep after. Like I was up till probably midnight, just straight up in the living room, just firing off tweets saying, fuck you,
Yep.
Tommy Curran.
Doing the math. He's
Where's
like, well, if we win
Oh,
the
dude,
next five games.
Dude, I posted a picture of the schedule. I was like, just in case you're curious what the Patriots schedule is going into the bye week in week 14. Greg Bedard, bring your bitch ass to the front of the class. All this stuff I was saying. I was so hyped up about this game because Drake May showed who he is moving forward. And I think there's so many plays that you can talk about with Drake May. But I think we should start with there's a bunch to start with, but I can't help but start with that. I think there's 2 minutes and 12 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The Patriots just got the ball back. The Bills just tied it up on a field goal. Props to the Patriots defense, holding them to a field goal. We'll talk about the defense as well. But you're going into the 2-minute warning. And I'm like, all right, what are they going to do? They're probably going to run some play, probably take a deep shot, roll out to the right because that's what Drake May did all game, which he's elite at, by the way. Drake May takes the snap. Joey Bosa was not fooled by the play action. They chase him out of the pocket. I forget who it is. Greg Rousseau, who was dragging Drake May down on that play. Do you guys remember?
92, their defensive tackle. I have no idea who that is.
Guess what? It doesn't fucking matter because the guy had his hand in Drake May's
Daquan
Jones.
Yeah.
And what does Drake May do? Cool, calm, collected, cool as a goddamn cucumber. Stiff arms him a little bit, looking down, says, oh, hold on. I'm about to fall down. Let me just toss this, do a Mahomes-esque pass to Stephon Diggs. Diggs, to his credit, gets open real quick. I know he was right there anyways, but still, he sees what's happening, gets a first down. You go into the 2-minute warning on a first down on a miraculous play. I want to hear your guys' thoughts on that play because up until then, Drake May had played a phenomenal game. And we'll talk about the huge pass to Diggs, which I don't even understand how that pass happened. The one to Diggs, the deep one. Sorry, there were 10 passes, 10 completions to Diggs. Sorry, there's so many of them.
Yeah.
But dude, just that play before the 2-minute warning, that's the one I wanted to start with. What did you guys think of that? One, I thought his knee was down, but two, just a crazy play. That's the play you see these Josh Allens, these Lamar Jacksons, these Patrick Mahomes, even Justin Herberts. You see them make these plays. What did you guys think about that play? Because at the time I was like, oh my God, he's going to throw it. It's going to get picked. It's going to be one of those things where he's falling down. He's going to flick it up to try to avoid the sack, and it's going to go right to the Bills defender. They're going to run it back, go down, field goal. We're going to lose. What did you guys think of that little flip to Diggs?
It's one of those plays that you look at it in real time. You're like, was that a glitch on the TV? Like, did that actually just happen? Because you think it's just going to be, a throwaway, whatever. Then all of a sudden, Diggs catches it, and he's going up the field, and he's getting a first down. It's like, oh, shit, like 2 minutes left, they're moving the ball.
Yeah.
So when you see it, you're like, how does this happen? But I think it's a credit to. I'm going to give a little credit to Josh McDaniels. I think this is McDaniels finally figuring out Diggs' role in this offense and realizing, okay, Pop Douglas isn't it in the slot, so get Diggs in the slot, and the chemistry between Drake May and Stephon Diggs is continuously going up. So that's where I think it stems from. So again, credit to Diggs, credit to May. Incredible play right there.
Yeah. Liam, did you think that he was down? I know we were texting in the chat. I really thought his knee was down, but what did you think of that play?
I did. The first thing I thought when I saw the play and I wrote it down, I thought it was a run. So I don't know if you noticed the pass protection there, but it was a bash quarterback guard tackle counter. And I was like, okay, so they're faking it to Ramondre and running it because it was before the 2 minute warning and 1st and 10. So I'm like, okay, they're gonna run it, see how many yards they get, use the 2 minute warning.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, this is a run. And then it gets blown up, and I was like, oh my God, we're gonna go backwards. And then he throws the fucking ball because Mac Hollins is blocking on this play and completely misses his block. So it goes like back and he's chasing the guy. So I'm like, oh my God, it's a run. Like our wide receivers are blocking. I'm like, this is so bad. And then he flicks the ball out. And I was like, oh my God, it was a pass the whole time. So my first thought was the fucking stones on Josh McDaniels calling a fucking ballsy play like that. Because it didn't work. Like the protection didn't hold up at all. The defensive tackle read it and was like, all right, quarterback counter, I got this. And oh my God, Mac Jones, fucking Freudian slip. Drake May just fighting off that defensive tackle like he's in The Walking Dead. The dude's tearing at his shirt and he's like, I got this. Unbelievable. Gets it to Stephon Diggs, who's holding it like a bread basket. I was like, of course it goes to Stephon Diggs too. There was a million things racing through my mind, but after that, I was like, if you have the stones to call a play like that and you trick the defense and me and probably everyone watching and it works, I was like, we're gonna win this fucking game. Like I just had the utmost confidence. I was like, we're getting points out of this drive. This is unbelievable. And it was on the 30-yard line. So like it's in the bag.
Yeah. I mean, it was just one of those things where, going into the 2 minute warning, there's always that like, especially when you're the team trying to drive down and score, there's that like rumbling where you're like, okay, fuck, you're getting anxious, you're getting nervous, you're getting, confident, whatever it is. But that play, I was like, holy shit. And like, again, on top of just the entire game, I was like, I think like for the first time, I'm kind of confident that the Patriots are going to go down and score here. Like,
yeah.
Like, right. Cause I think it was the very next play, if I remember correctly, cover two, Kayshon Boutte down the sideline, Drake May with probably the most big league NFL throw he had all game. He had a bunch of good throws, but I think this is your NFL professional elite quarterback throw, because Collinsworth said it, and to Collinsworth credit, he was horrible for like 90% of the game, but he hit this one on the head. If you're going to throw this pass to Boutte, which is cover two, so it's over the corner right before the safety gets there on the sideline, you need to fire that ball in. You need to have timing, precision, everything for everybody, for the quarterback and the receiver. And it looked like they were just playing pitch and catch out there. He hit him with a laser, whatever, 20-yard pass, whatever it happened to be. And I at that point, I was like, I don't even know what I'm watching, because for the last 4 or 5 years, we hadn't seen this. But that play, like those were the two plays that kind of got the Patriots down there. And then obviously, on third down, Drake May took a smart sack right at the line, no gain, kept the clock going, and then the kick, obviously, which we'll talk about. But yeah, that cover two play at the time. Did you guys realize how big and incredible that throw was from Drake May to Kayshon Boutte?
It was a dime, absolute dime,
perfect.
Yeah, and like right on the sideline, Boutte can get out of bounds. So I don't think he did, but like it presents you the opportunity. And he got clubbed by Rousseau, who stunted inside and went right past our center.
Oh yeah, he got hit as he threw.
Yeah, and he's just standing there and gets it from like I think the dude got him at the hip, but still just fucking deliver the strike.
And if he lobs that, or if he doesn't throw that on a dime, that either gets picked, batted down, like it's not a productive
That's exactly it. It's got to be a rope.
So credit to Drake May for knowing that and getting the ball there. Like
this is what I'm talking about when I say we need to stop being just be Patriots fans. Everybody be confident. Drake May is that fucking dude.
Yeah.
To make that throw, this isn't a Geno Smith, like, he had a good game here and there type thing. This isn't a, ghost of Carson Wentz having maybe a good throw, a good game here and there. This is an elite quarterback showing you that, or a future elite quarterback showing you that he's going to be that. That throw is not an easy throw. Drake May had another great throw to Hunter Henry over the middle that I don't even know how he saw that.
Oh my God, the deep one.
Dude, there were plays that were made from Drake May where I'm so happy that this game happened. And just like you guys are, but it's like, I'm happy that the team stepped up, and more importantly, that Drake May stepped up. There were some miscues, which we will talk about, but yeah, those two plays on that final drive, then obviously goes down to Borregales there. Liam, going into that drive, remember you were like, "This is whatever like legacy Drake May game." I was like, "No, no, no, this is going to be your Borregales legacy kick." I was saying it in jest. I didn't want it to be.
You both are right. You both are right. It was a legacy moment for both of them
because the team was ready. This team said, and Mike Vrabel said it after the win against the Panthers. All eyes are going to be on us, and I'm kind of happy that they are because the Patriots came in ready. Milton Williams leading up to this week, and I'm sorry we're all over the place, okay? But we are just so pumped about this game. There's so much to talk about. Milton Williams, he said, "This is the shit that you play for. This is why we're here." Like Carlton Davis, I think I brought up the quote last week where he was like, "Yeah, knocking off the Bills means something." Like Stephon Diggs, yeah, it's personal. Of course it is. This whole team took it personal, and Drake May did it more so than anybody. But guys, we'll get into the Drake May deep pass to Diggs because we'll kind of segue into Diggs there. But for that Borregales kick, one, did you guys watch the kick? And two,
of course.
I didn't. I turned around.
Yeah, I couldn't.
You're
like, I'm putting my phone down.
I was like, I need to just hear it. Like, I wanted to hear, like, because, you can hear, like, the crowd sees the kick going, left or right. They do whatever. You can hear Collinsworth or Tirico, whatever it is. So I was like, oh, my God, because if he hits this is like Drake May comes down, and then, like, the kicker that everybody wanted to get rid of has the kick, the 52-yarder. It's not a crazy kick, but it's still a deep kick. I think that kick would have been good from 68 yards. That was an incredible kick down the middle. I can't, it was, this shit was euphoric last night. Like, and I don't use that term lightly because it's not a term I just use in my daily vocab. How did you guys feel like just when everything was being lined up, the kick, all that stuff? Like, I want to know your emotions about that before we go into Diggs in the pass from May and all that stuff. But just Andy Borregales, 52 yards to ice the game. How'd you guys feel?
As soon as he kicked it, it was like, this is going right down the middle. And sure enough, it went right down the middle.
Yeah.
Like, for all the shit that we have given Borregales to start.
I haven't given him any.
For all the shit that Mike and I have given Borregales for the first, 4 or 5 weeks.
I think it's only you. I love him. So I think it's just you. No. Keep going. I get what you're saying. Keep going.
For all the shit that I've given him in the first 5 weeks.
There we go.
He's come through. And you know what? He came through in the Miami game with the big kick. He even said he loves to kick 50-yarders more than he loves to kick 30-yarders, which I think is hilarious because he just loves to boot the shit out of the ball. But you know what? Again, big kicks early in his career. He's nailing them. That's good. Now we can, late in the game, be like, okay, we need 3. All right, Borregales, get in there. Get it done. And we can have a little more, dependability in him. So you can depend on him, which is good.
And he might still miss it here and there, but I think just moving forward, this is why you give him the game ball a couple weeks ago, by the way.
Yeah.
This is why. For
100%.
Everybody bitching about why, this is why. You need to instill kickers. They are like the most fragile people. And I mean it in a normal way, but they're the most fragile people on a football team. You have to kind of shepherd them along. This is why you give him the game ball. But yeah, Liam, 52 yards though, your boy from the U kicking. Good weather. How'd you feel about that? What were your feelings going in?
Never had a doubt. Greatest kicker from the University of Miami, which has a long line of incredible football players at all positions, and him being the greatest from that university basically means he's the greatest college kicker of all time, which is very fitting. He's an absolute monster.
I'll take it.
So I had the utmost faith in him, but of course, like anything else late in the game, with the game on the line, you still kind of hold your breath a little bit. And I'm with Al, where you're like, I have the utmost confidence he's going to make this. But if he misses this, I'm going to lay in front of my car and put it in drive. And I was like, and literally, like Al said, like you could see it maybe 10, 15 yards after he kick it. And you're like, that's right up Main Street. And then you're like, oh, it's got some distance. And you're like, that might hit the woods out behind Gillette. I was like, okay. It was like,
it just kept going, right? It just kept going.
And if I was at the stadium, I would have dived over to try
to get it. Yeah,
like
dude, it was. I'm sitting there before he kicks out. I'm like, all right, you know what? So worst case scenario, he misses it. Bills get the ball in like the 40 something, 42, 43, 15 seconds. They're probably not going to go down because they don't have a timeout. So I think we'll still be good. I think we'll go into overtime. I'm trying to like rationalize. It's like the PTSD of the last like 3 or 4 years. I'm like, I think we should be still good though, guys, because like, there's momentum and it is what it is. And like, as I'm thinking this, I hear Tariq go right down the middle. The Patriots lead 23-20. And I came. And it was incredible. And I was like, this is
like a wet dream. You're like, oh, now I'm awake.
I was panicked. I texted you guys. I was like, they can't, right? Like 8 seconds. Like they can't.
Yeah. And that's why I gladly told you, shut up, Mike. Shut up, Mike.
I had to. I was freaking out. Mike. Okay. I was freaking the fuck out. Like I was pacing. I hadn't sat down for like 45 minutes real time. But yeah, great drive from Drake May. Great kick from Borregales.
I was sharing an Al's shut the fuck up, Mike moment because I made a big bet on Patriots to score on their last drive, touchdown or field goal, regardless of what it was. I put all the money that I wasn't going to win on Henderson because I cashed out. I still made like a little profit, but not nearly as much as I would have. I took that and all the money I had made from prop bets and threw it all on Patriots -2.5 right before the line closed. So I have the Patriots to win by 3 and the Bills have like 15 seconds left and they got a first down. So I'm like, shut the fuck up, Mike. It's like, no, please don't do this.
They did. And I was like, oh my God. But then obviously Bills threw it over the middle. As they're throwing it, Collinsworth is like, now we're going to see a bunch of laterals. And there was not a single lateral.
It
was just a tackle.
Right down. And it's like, okay, Patriots win. Easy.
And that was it. But I do want to ask you guys, big important question. What do we rate Drake May's game? I think A. I think A+ is good, right?
That's
A+ is good enough.
A+. Absolutely.
Got to be an A.
It's kind of wild he didn't have a touchdown pass.
But like I kind of love it that he didn't though. Like this is what
very efficient game.
Yeah, he took care of the ball. That's the big thing.
Yeah, 100%.
These are Tom Brady type games where it's like sometimes you'll look down and be like, Brady didn't throw a touchdown that game, but the Pats had like 2 or 3 touchdowns. You're like, oh, okay, like I guess I don't know, whatever. But I mean, we're burying the lead, guys. We got to talk. Buffalo's prodigal son returned. Stephon Diggs. 10 catches, boys. I want to make sure 146 yards, no touchdowns. I wanted him to get that touchdown so bad. He wanted it too. He's slamming the ground. But guys, if Drake May got an A for this game, Stephon Diggs got an A+. From the first play offensive snap of the game, you knew that this was going to be the Stephon Diggs game. Just by when Drake May threw a little out to him, he juked a guy and ran for a first down. I was like, we're getting prime Buffalo Stephon Diggs here. And that's what you got. 10 catches, $146. I don't know what else you could do to prove that like Stephon Diggs is still that dude. People didn't even think he was going to start the season because of the ACL. Yeah, I don't like. I want to ask you guys your thoughts on Diggs, and like we'll talk about the big Drake May pass too. But like, I don't. What can you say about Stephon Diggs in this game?
This is the revenge game I was talking about. The Steve Smith revenge game, like a touchdown.
You did. You brought it up. This was it.
Yeah, the icing on the cake would have been a touchdown. But if you're not going to score a touchdown, and you get 10 motherfucking catches and basically 150 yards, like that means you dominated them. So this is exactly what I was dreaming about, really, because I said this is the standard from like Brett Favre to Steve Smith. I hope it's more Steve Smith, and this was about as close as it gets without having 2 touchdowns in these numbers.
To 146. Like there were deep passes, short passes, possession plays. There was that one where May hit him kind of like a little dig, a little slant over the middle where he did, the typical number 1 receiver thing where they slide down and catch the ball when they're sliding. I love that. There were plays. This reminded me of when the Patriots would play Stephon Diggs. and his catches would just annoy the shit out of me because he would catch it and like you'd be like, okay, he's down, but he would leak for like 10 more yards. And you're like, how is he even like getting there? Like tacklers were just being shrugged off of.
And not to focus on the negative here, but he had a terrible drop in the first half. He would have had 11 for 150. If you remember, he dropped the first down pretty easy.
Probably
Dude,
more because that was on third down.
Yeah. So it's just like, oh my God, it could have been so much better. But Al, you were saying, my bad.
Oh, no, you're good. All I was going to say was it was just great to have Stephon Diggs on this team. It's just great because terrible leader, not going to be a great influence in the locker room.
Huge distraction.
Not going to play till November. Like this is the guy we got, right?
Yeah.
No,
we should have cut him after that pink cocaine thing.
So bad. Yeah. Can't do that. Come on. There's kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. This was the Diggs game just as much as it was the Drake May game. This was the Stephon Diggs game. But I mean, we've kind of skirted it long enough. Midway through the third, Drake May rolls out to his right. Stop me if you've heard that before. You see him pointing. And whenever you see quarterbacks pointing, I'm like, this is going to be some fucking just like deep pass, incomplete. Maybe you catch a pass interference. And the view I'm talking about, if you're a Patriots fan, you've seen it, where it's from the end zone and you see Drake May roll out, throw the ball on the run. Diggs is about 10 yards from where the ball ends up hitting on the sideline. And he catches it right as the safety gets him in the back. He hand catches it, doesn't even bring it into his body. And just like the grip strength, the forearm strength, the pure elite wide receiver ability to be able to catch that, Drake May dropping it in a bucket. That was one of those holy fucking shit throws. Like we talk about the Kayshon Boutte throw. That's your elite quarterback timing. I know where I need to put it. I'm going to put it there. I have faith in my guy to be there. This was that. Let me just remind you guys how fucking good I am at this game.
Yeah.
That play, I didn't even jump out. I didn't know what to do. I didn't jump out of my seat. I didn't cheer. I was just staring at the TV. I was like, this can't be. Like this, like you said, Al, we've never had a quarterback who can make these throws. And this isn't diminishing Tom Brady, greatest quarterback of all time. Like, we've had different types of quarterbacks. We've never had a quarterback that can do this. I didn't even move. It was like in silence. I was in shock almost. Like just emotions. You guys, Stephon Diggs, Drake May, pass. How'd you feel about that? Incredible. The Patriots got a field goal out of that drive, by the way.
You hit the nail on the head. Incredible. Just absolutely incredible. Everything was great. Yeah, like we're on cloud nine right now. Like I can't find it.
Everything's
great. Well, I can find one thing which we'll talk about.
Oh, we
later,
will.
But
there's one man who I want launched into the sun.
Well, there's one man and there's one theme that I want launched into the sun.
Yes.
But yeah, everything Drake May wise is immaculate right now.
I was flipping out over that catch. I was like, holy fucking shit. Because, like, that's the moment, like you said, like, the Kayshon Boutte throw, that's a strong, fundamental throw that an elite quarterback has to make. But this one was a quarterback and a wide receiver, both, like, not to sound so generic talk show, but, like, we need this fucking play. Let's go make a fucking play. And this is how we were able to talk ourselves into Stephon Diggs in the offseason, because everyone was saying he was washed after Houston. Though I didn't see it. I thought his numbers were great. He was on pace for 1,000 yards, so I didn't see that. But we were saying even if he is a step back, his route running is still going to be spectacular. And then we saw it in the Kendrick Bourne warm-up video in the offseason of all of them down in the Carolinas practicing. And I'm like, his routes are still sharp. And on this fucking play, he makes Tre'Davious White, he needs a map. He's completely clueless. He runs the out, fakes like he's running back a 10-yard over the middle, and then just turns it way upfield. And White's so far out of the picture. The safety is dragging behind. He was so open, and then they close the gap, and he's able to make that awesome. Sideline catches are the most aesthetically pleasing catches in all of football. I would say they're borderline one of the most aesthetically pleasing things in all of sports, besides a Carmelo Anthony jump shot for the win. Like, besides those two things are just the most beautiful things to me, and he gets it right on the sideline, sliding out of bounds. That wasn't even his only sideline catch. He had another crazy one where he's laying completely over the line with his toes in bounds. It was magic, but just dynamic. And when that happens, I'm like, holy fucking shit! I'm getting out of my seat. I'm doing like the big puffed out chest. Oh,
Just run around. I was doing this a lot. The thing where you like throw your arms forward.
yeah.
I was fucking flexing in
Flex the
front of the
traps.
TV. My cats are
Yeah.
running away. They don't know what's going on. I'm like, get the fuck
Yeah.
over here. We're cheering for the
Like our
Patriots.
owner's a weirdo.
It was just it was insane. That was just one of those ones where you're like this, regardless of how this game turns out. And this was obviously midway through the third, so things were still up in the air. But it was just like this. The Patriots have showed up. They've done what the three of us wanted them to do. They did not embarrass themselves, even though we'll talk about the first half in a second because there were a lot of negatives. Kind of, we'll nitpick a little bit of this game, but they went round for round, pound for pound, punch for punch with the best team in the league, and they came out on top. And these are the plays, like you see Drake May, fundamental plays, great decisions, no turnover worthy plays. Then you got the schoolyard bullshit. Shout out to the longest yard that he was doing with Stephon Diggs. Yeah, this was great. I don't think that we'll have another huge game like this from Diggs, but I don't care. I see people saying this is Diggs finally finding his way in the offense. This is just what it is. Like Diggs, this was what the offense had to be. Next week against the Saints, it probably won't be. It'll be more of like an ugly game, or something. But whatever, it doesn't matter. Great game from Stephon Diggs. Yeah, final words. Any other plays from Diggs you wanted to talk about? There was that one where he caught it. I think it was on like the Patriots' own 15, and he kind of bobbled the ball.
That was wild.
Which, like, props to him for two things. One, for concentration and keeping the ball. But once that happened, you could see on his face, he was like, fuck. And he just like kind of tucked it and was like, veteran move. Because you have young guys that might want to catch it and move and maybe not, get the ball or whatever. If he didn't kind of bobble that, he had a first down. He had probably 10 yards to run at least. But yeah, that just like that type of play, I liked that, just like the veteran savvy.
On that play, I was pissed because like he'd catch the ball and do what Kendrick Bourne used to do, where he kind of circled the route and he'd do more running than he had to in my eyes. So he's doing that. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, you almost dropped the fucking ball. And I don't know if it's on that same drive or maybe a drive later, but he catches it and then he's doing that same thing, but he breaks it for like a 30-yard gain. And I'm like, I guess I really don't know what I'm talking about. I've actually never run a route at the professional level. So whatever he's doing, keep on fucking doing it, good for you.
Dude, the difference between that and, like, for instance, what Pop Douglas did on fourth and one, where he kind of juked back, where when Diggs was doing it, one, he's a much better receiver. He can do it. There's more room. He has the shiftiness. And it's also not fourth down. Like, he's doing this on like second and third down or so when the Patriots are kind of already up, whatever's going on. Yeah, he did that a lot, but he just kind of showed why he is still Stephon Diggs. Yeah, great game. I'm pumped to have him here. I can't wait to see the connection that him and May still build, because he's here for another 3 years, guys. This isn't just like a 1 year thing. Like, God forbid this offense maybe gets another weapon in the offseason or midseason, that like maybe Diggs has a little bit more room to play with. But yeah, it was also good. Before we get off Diggs, you guys saw it. Anybody listening or watching right now saw it. How Diggs was hyping everybody up on the sideline. Yeah. Al, you touched on it where, like, I didn't know this is the guy we were getting. I thought we were getting
Al said, bad character guy.
Yeah, I thought we were getting the piece of shit. Horrible. Yeah, but I guess not. I guess we got like the best locker room leader in the history of the sport. But it was crazy just seeing him, like, dap everybody up, kind of keep everybody going. Scott Zolak, who calls the Patriots game, said that he was getting into the defensive huddles too, kind of getting them going as well. This is like one of those teams that you can really root for, and Diggs is one of those guys. So, final thoughts on Diggs? Anything else you guys want to touch on with him before we move on?
I cannot wait for the next Buffalo game because he fucking hates the Bills.
It's going to be at home too.
Yeah, this is going to be awesome.
Dude, that game is going to be incredible, because who knows at that point what both of these teams are playing for. This might be who's going to win the AFC East game. You know what I mean? It very well could be that game. So if that's the case, guys, I need Cardi B to be the lighthouse captain. I need her fucking ringing the thing.
And I'm not making this mistake again. Next game, I'm betting Stephon Diggs 10 catches, 150 yards, touchdown. I'm going down the line and betting it all over again. Because what did we all bet 4 catches? Talk about conservative, guys.
Yeah, dude, he got that in the first quarter. I was like, okay, well, we hit that. Good job, guys.
Sweet, yeah, literally.
Good job, team.
Cool. Yeah,
fucking 10 team. Catches later. It's like, well, shit.
Then he's got 8, and I'm like, well, I guess we could have bet 6 and felt all right about that. He gets 10. I'm like, oh, fucking idiot.
Speaking of catches, I think I'm ready to say it. Hunter Henry, top 10 Patriots player of all time for me. And I know for you guys too, I'm sure. He only had 2 catches for 46 yards, but both those catches were incredible. Tremendous catches. There was that one over the kind of like to the left hash where he kind of had to jump up and catch it. Good throw by May, but he still had to jump up and get it. I just feel like that we don't have to stay on it for a while. I just feel like we have to do our Hunter Henry appreciation every week. Like, is this has to be maybe at the end of the season, maybe the bye week, we'll talk about it. One of the best free agent signings of all time. In our history, watching the Patriots. Hunter Henry, he talked about it too. He was like, him and Drake May are friends off the court, or off the field. And so, it kind of helps them on the field. Just, kind of quick thoughts on Hunter Henry. I love him. When he ultimately leaves, I will get his jersey. I'm happy he's here. Great game from him. How'd you guys feel about Hunter Henry?
Little lacking from him in this game, but you know what? I mean, when Hunter Henry takes a step back, Stephon Diggs takes a step forward. So
everybody has to take a step back for Diggs in this game.
Exactly. Especially Henry too, who was getting majority of the targets. So, I mean, it is what it is, but you know what? Hunter Henry's going to be involved in this offense. He's probably going to go back to having like 5 or 6 targets against the Saints next week. So, he did what he had to do this week. So fine with it. Absolutely fine with it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, dude, when you have someone who has 10 catches for $146 who's feeling it, everybody else has to take a back seat. It just is what it is. Like you said, he'll be back next week. He'll have 5 for like 58, probably another touchdown. But Liam, just kind of quick thoughts on Hunter Henry. Like I said, I feel like we just have to touch on it every week because I think he deserves it. He's a crucial part of this offense, whether he has 2 catches or 6 catches. How'd you feel about Hunter Henry?
I love him. He's like that old pickup truck that never dies. Like, oh God, you're so reliable. Like he's always there. You're like, oh, my shitty 2024 Mazda shit the bed, but I got old reliable in the backyard, and that fucking thing will get me to work. He's awesome, dude. He had that catch over the middle, probably for like 20 yards or so, and gets clobbered, and he holds on to it. I'm like, of course he does. Of fucking course he does. Like, I wish he would have caught the touchdown. That would have been sweet. But beggars can't be choosers. Drake May, truly kind of the most perfect pass I've ever seen that's never been completed. Like Hunter Henry kind of obligatory had his hand up, even though he was looking down, and the ball just face, hand down. And I was like, that's a really good pass. So but I'm not going to fault Hunter Henry there. It happens to the bit. The only person that's never happened to is Antonio Gates, and he's the greatest tight end of all time. So if that's the bar that we're holding him to, that's pretty good standard.
God, every week, Liam, you give me another reason to hate you. Every single week, man. You are a fan of a team who has the greatest tight. Yeah, oh my God. One of these we will. Oh my God. This bye week is going to be. This bye week is going to suck for you because we are going to have an intervention for many.
I don't think so.
Antonio
Gates never left his franchise. So.
I love Antonio Gates. No, and I'm with you there. I'm with you there with Gronk leaving.
It's despicable.
But speaking of Hunter Henry, we'll talk because I want to talk about situationally that final play before the halftime. Hunter Henry, by the way, great throw. So set the scene. Patriots have 4 seconds left. No timeouts at that point. So it's basically you got to either try to get a touchdown, kick the field goal. What are you going to do? It's a quick little flat route by Hunter Henry. Bills defender, and this is right before halftime, 4 seconds left. Like I said, Bills defender distracts Henry, bumps him just long enough to where Liam, like you said, the ball hits Henry in the hands. Perfect play from May because you can't lob that up. Because if you lob it up, you're going to waste too much time off the clock. You have to kind of throw it relatively hard. You got to kind of dot it in there. And it bounces off Henry's hands. Normally, I feel like 9 times out of 10, he catches that. Patriots end up kicking a field goal there. I want to get your guys' take on this kind of little sequence there, because there was 1 second left on the clock. What do you think about the play, the Hunter Henry designed play? And then what do you think about the Patriots and Vrabel deciding to kick the ball? Where Vrabel, by the way, today said, I didn't want to go through all that and not get points. So I wanted to just make sure we got something going into halftime. But how did you guys just feel about all that? Because my quick thoughts, I was fine with them getting points. I kind of wish maybe they called a different play. And I'm sure one of you guys will bring up a play that maybe I thought they should have called beforehand instead of the Hunter Henry one. But just where did you guys land on that kind of series of 2 plays before halftime?
Well, with 4 seconds left, didn't they have one timeout left?
Could have sworn they did. I don't think that they did. I'll look it up right now because I'm pretty sure they already called it. But I'll look it up as we speak.
If it was a case where they had 4 seconds left and a timeout, I would have called the Drake May QB sneak. I mean, he's agile enough. The line was playing well. He was like a yard away. I mean, if you don't get a yard, then you quickly call a timeout. I mean, that's cut and dry. But if I'm trying to remember if it wasn't a timeout. I mean, there really aren't many play calls.
They had a timeout.
Okay, so all right, so that makes it that convinces me even more. Just do a QB sneak. And then if, just hold on to the ball. And then if you don't get in, you call a timeout with 1 second. And then you kick the field goal anyway. Take the guaranteed points. So it is what it is. But you know what? Like you said, Mike, they got points before the half. It went into halftime with a slim, but still yet a lead. So you're fine with it.
My only thing, and Liam, I kind of want to know your thoughts on this other little part of it as well. My only thing with the QB sneak, what happens if May does try to sneak and the Bills defense being smart, they kind of hold them up for that 4 seconds. You know what I mean? And you don't end up getting in and you miss out on points. It's like I don't know. It's like a one half dozen or another. Like I could see everybody's, point here. Like, the Patriots won. So, we're not going to harp on it as much, but it's kind of like, if you do it, you don't get it. You look like an idiot. If you do it and you get a touchdown. Like, I don't hate the call, but Liam, how'd you feel about it? Because I know you probably would have preferred them to be more aggressive if I know you and your thoughts on it all. But kind of in the game flow, you don't want to leave that point without getting any points. So how do you feel about that play before the half?
In the heat of battle, I have a completely different feel. Like during the game, like fucking go for it. But also everything's ramped up to 100. I probably have money on the game. I'm just losing my mind and not thinking clearly. So afterwards, when I can sit down and reflect on it, everyone wants to be Dan Campbell until it's actually time to be Dan Campbell. Everyone wants to be the cowboy until it's time to go into action. Like the cowboy wouldn't be as cool if, as he was leaving the house, his wife was like, "Don't go. Like, please stay home with me. Like, I know you're going to get hurt. It's dangerous out there." And if the cowboy went, "Yeah, you're right. I think I'll just stay home," then he's no longer cool. Like then there's just no mysticism to it. So you have to go, you have to go into the heat of battle. You have to do it. But when you're there is when you're really assessing what's going on. And in this circumstance, I'd have to agree with Mike Vrabel. Like to go all this way, if they had 10 seconds, it would be a completely different. I think they would have taken their chances and went for it at least one more go around. But like, in this circumstance, like we gave it our best shot, and like some fluky shit happened where it bounced off Hunter Henry's face mask. Vibes aren't great, It's like I'm not really willing to shoot our shot again here when our last attempt kind of went like that. It's like it's again no one's fault because Hunter Henry's great. Drake May put it on the money, and the blocking was pretty all right, but something feels weird here. Let's just kick it.
Yeah, I get it because you think like the play I was thinking they could have done instead of that Hunter Henry play when there was 4 seconds where you do the patented Tom Brady like jump up, try to get over the line. But how many times do we see that play and it goes on for an extra few seconds because, like the refs don't call it right when it happens. They let the play go. Like what happens if you look at it and it's not a touchdown, but then out, like you said, like I get it though. Like you did have the timeout, like you could have went for it. So I don't know. Like I would have been happy either way. I'm happy they got points. The points ended up being huge. So like it all worked out. And this is kind of one of those things where I always say it's like people will complain about something, but if it works out, you don't. So like this happened to work out in the grand scheme of things. So it is what it is. But yeah, I don't think this is some glaring thing. I mean, we've seen Vrabel he went for it, on 4th down on his own, like 20-yard line. like just recently. So
Yeah.
like it's not like Vrabel doesn't have the balls to do it, but I understand his thought process where it's like you don't want to go all the way down there. The type of game it is, it's a 3-3 game, tons of mistakes in that first half, but you're tied with the Bills. Like just take the points, go into the half. The Bills get the kickoff. Like let's go. So yeah, I just kind of want to get your guys, 2 cents on that one. But yeah, the first half, since we're kind of talking a little negative there, sloppy game, right? That first
Very,
half.
very.
And I think I texted it, kind of felt like a typical Thursday night football game between like the Jets and like the Panthers, where you're like, all right, like the Bills, like the Bills had, I think at that point, like 7 penalties. They turned the ball over a couple times. The Patriots turned it over, which we will talk about in a second. But just that first half, like I kind of want to, like, where do you guys want to jump off with that? Do you want to go right to Stevenson? What do you want to talk about beforehand? Because I don't want to dominate.
I want to go to Stevenson. Let's get into that,
Let's
please.
get into it. Okay, go Al. Lead us off, man.
So
Ramondre Stevenson.
It's tough, right? Because before the game, he fumbles. You're like, okay, we've seen enough. Get rid of him. But then Antonio Gibson gets hurt. And it's confirmed today. Ian Rappaport confirmed it today. He's out for the year. Done. So now you have Ramondre. It does suck. Because now you have Ramondre Stevenson and you have TreVeyon Henderson, who, I hate to say it, guys, but I think this is what we're going to kind of get out of him, at least for his rookie year. Kind of like feeling his way into it, getting his feet wet, involved in certain packages, certain schemes, which is fine. But that clearly shows you need to go get somebody. So whether that's, and I'm just throwing a couple names out there, there's nothing really behind it besides, just pure speculation and everything. But like the Saints are going to potentially be doing a fire sale. Could you get like an Alvin Kamara if he became available, a veteran running back? Could you go into free agency and get like a Zach Moss? Liam's going to hate this name, but like, an Ezekiel Elliott, just somebody, not Ezekiel Elliott specifically. Again, not
you
specifically.
You are hilarious. You guys are on a roll today. Kudos. Look at this.
Here's
you guys
the
plan
point.
this ahead of time? You're like, we're going to slip these 8 names in here.
Yes, we did.
We're going to take
100%.
You guys
100%.
are fucking
FaceTimed
ridiculous.
about it. Yep.
We're not getting Ezekiel Elliott.
We're not. But the point being is that you want a veteran back to bring in to complement the workload of Ramondre Stevenson. Because, guys, I'm going to say this. Ramondre Stevenson's going to have a fumble that's going to come at a big moment this season. And right now, while the momentum's good, you don't want to break it by having a costly fumble, losing to a team you shouldn't, and then losing all that momentum. So you need to either make a trade and be buyers, or you need to take a serious look at the free agency market and bring in someone that is at least going to be dependable. Because Ramondre Stevenson for the rest of the year is not going to be dependable. And I know he scored 2 touchdowns, but like, let's face it, especially when they were up 13-10, that redirect to the left side or whatever, the 3 of us could have scored walking in with how much room there was.
Garrett Bradbury was like looking around for someone to block on that one. That was another name though. Al, I just want to throw it to you. JaMychal Hasty. He's on the Dolphins practice squad.
That's fine. Yeah, get JaMychal Hasty.
You like that?
In there.
Yeah.
Yeah, be fine with
I think that might be the one, either him or Terrell Jennings, who I think is on the Patriots practice squad. But yeah, there's names out there. So I don't know if we're going to get it, but Ramondre, and I want to kick it right back to you, Al, because I know this game like really, really fed into your least valuable player of the year thing. Ramondre Stevenson, first drive of the game, little check down over the middle. What does he do? Stop me if you've heard this before. Fumble Ramondre Stevenson. It was, I thought he was down. I was hoping against all hope. I don't know why I did. He's never down. He will never be down. He will always be up. The ball will always come out. We're going to talk about kind of looking forward with Stevenson this season, but just when that happened, I just want thoughts between you guys. And Al, I want to get your thoughts first, because I know that you are like an oracle. I feel like you foresaw this coming from Stevenson somehow. But just how do you feel? Another fumble. It wasn't as crucial as the other ones, but just horrible fumble. How'd you feel about it?
Expected. That's the only word you can use. It was expected that it was going to happen. And it's sad at this point that we expect Ramondre Stevenson in some way, shape, or form to fumble. But then, of course, he follows it up with 2 touchdowns. So it's like, it's literally the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde comparison. It's like it's the best of the best and the worst of the worst.
Mm-hmm.
So how much are you willing to deal with that? That's the whole thing here. And that's why I'm so conflicted, because when he scores, it helps the Patriots. When he fumbles, it feeds into the narrative. Oh, Butterfingers, fumbleitis, whatever you want to call it. It's tough, but it's the reality. He has the most fumbles in the last 2 years out of any player in the league. So what do? It's a much easier conversation if Antonio Gibson's still here, but he's not. He's done for the year. So now it's tough. So now you don't have the depth that you just had literally 1 day ago.
Mm-hmm.
So
who do we think we are here? Like, are we?
I love it, man. I love when you come into these fucking.
Are we the Eagles? Are we this top tier,
no, we're better.
world-beating team that gets to? The Chiefs haven't played their game yet. Let the record show.
I was talking about the Eagles. I was talking about your other team.
Shut the fuck up. Are we one of these teams that can go, he's probably not worth the headache. Let's get rid of him. How quickly you guys are to glance off the 2 touchdowns that he gave us afterwards. Only Allen, this last 5 seconds, actually took time to acknowledge the touchdowns. Other than that, it was the fumbles. He gave us 2 touchdowns, but the fumbles. Dude, I get it. I texted in the group chat too. I was furious. I don't see him fumble, and I'm like, yeah, attaboy, Ramondre. I fucking gets him every time. I gets him every time. I tell you, like, that play is never gonna run dry with me. He always fucking hammers it. No, like, trust me, dude, I don't get fucking psyched about it either. But we do not have the talent to be like, let's just get rid of Ramondre Stevenson. Boom. That's the solution to this. Because fucking no. We just lost our backup, arguably 3rd string running back. And now fucking you guys bring up Ezekiel Elliott. Clearly the options aren't very plentiful. So if we're getting rid of Antonio Gibson by necessity because he's gone, and now we're just getting rid of Ramondre willy-nilly because, oh my God, he fucking fumbled the ball again. Trust me, it's super annoying. But God damn it, he gave you 2 touchdowns. And, like, we're not putting the rookie in on the goal line. Probably a reason for it. And if it's between me, Ramondre, stopping him in the goal line, I know I'm going to have a really, really bad time. Do I have like a glimmer of hope that he might fumble? Yes, of course. But in the grand scheme of things, he's going to hurt me. And I have complete confidence in Ramondre Stevenson that he's still going to be effective. We are the type of team that we can't be picky. So when he fumbles, you know what we have to do? Give him 2 fucking touchdowns and be like, hey, you're good. Just please, I'm begging you, stop doing this. We're going to give you 2 touchdowns. Yeah, we're going to give you 2 touchdowns like the 3 wise men who walked through the desert to give Mary the presents at the manger. We are going to offer up these 2 touchdowns in return for you. Please stop dropping the fucking ball. But we are the type of team that should be instilling confidence. We are not the type of team to just fucking cut people. The Chiefs can cut Kadarius Toney because he's annoying. Yeah. We could not cut Kadarius Toney because we need him.
We would need him.
He would need him bad.
It's like in Forgetting Sarah Marshall when he's like, "You cheated on me with that's one thing I asked you not to do. Yeah. Stop fumbling the ball."
Yeah, please. Literally, and I agree. Dude, it gets so annoying. I get it.
A study needs to be done on the planet that Liam lives on because I'm genuinely curious about what goes on up there.
What? No, you guys are so on your high horse. I get it. We beat the Bills. It was an incredible game. We've gone 8-26 in the last 2 seasons.
Because of guys like Ramondre Stevenson.
No, not because of guys like Ramondre Stevenson.
Yes.
Absolutely not. That's not true. That's
it's
fallacy,
true.
Al. That
it's
is
not a fallacy.
And
no,
you know
it's not.
It is.
No, it's not.
You are using a hint, a factor to portray the whole picture, and that
a factor that he has fumbled more than anybody else and has cost the Patriots more games in the last 4 or 5 years than anybody else.
I'm sure his fumble would have made up from the 40-point deficit that we were losing from in those games in past seasons.
Oh, no.
If Ramondre didn't fumble,
there were opportunities for the Patriots to. There were opportunities for the Patriots to take the lead multiple times. Miami, week 1, 2021. That's one right there. Another one was the Rams a couple of Another one was the Rams a couple years ago when they had a chance to take the lead. Another fumble. Want me to keep going?
Fucking Rams. What year
Let
are
me
you
let
talking
me
about?
let me try to bring because I see what Liam's saying, and Al, I also see what you're saying, but I think there's a through line that's kind of in the center.
Yeah.
That it kind of has both of you guys there. Gibson is out for the year. Unfortunately,
Mhm.
we all love Antonio Gibson. He's out. Speedy recovery. Thank you for what you've given, man. It's always fun to have you on here, to have you on this team. But the Patriots are not good enough yet to just bench Ramondre Stevenson.
No, they're not, and I know.
You have to. The Patriots are going to sign another running back because you need to have three. So they'll probably get Jermichael Hasty or Jennings or something like that. If they can swing a trade for Alvin Kamara, I would love that. I'd rather have Chris Olave if you're going to try to get someone from the Saints, but wide receiver, obviously. But if you're going to get someone, Alvin Kamara would be great. But Stevenson, it's this game where as a fan, he fumbles the ball and you're like, sit his fucking ass down, put him next to Vidarian Lowe, who we'll get to, launch them in a SpaceX rocket ship, send them up there with Katy Perry, get them the fuck out of here. But you also can't because your team isn't, and Liam, this is to your point, your team isn't good enough to just get rid of one of your better offensive players when he's not fumbling. So it's a balance you have to walk. And Vrabel kind of said as much going into this game where he said, we have three running backs. We need him. We're going to need to rely on him. You kind of have to just hope, like you said, Al, where it's like, just stop. Please stop. I don't know what I have to just don't fumble. And it's not even like he's holding the ball like Diggs when he got the ball and he's fucking breadbasketing it. Ramondre Stevenson is holding the ball high and tight. He's going down to the ground, going to brace himself, and it's like a strong gust of wind happens, like I told you guys in the group chat, and he drops the ball. It's almost like it's just in his head. I don't get it, but you have to keep playing him because you can't just go into it with Ramondre Stevenson. With Trevion Henderson, Jermichael Hasty, and Terrell Jennings. That's not a running back core you can win with. So you need to, you can't bench him. You can maybe diminish his snaps. It's a crazy line.
It's probably like having a drug addict kid. You're like, just please stop doing heroin. And they're like, I will. I promise you.
Or just do it less.
Yeah. Or they're like, I promise you, I hate heroin. And then the next night rolls around. They're like, I want some heroin. And you're like, no, please, I'm begging you. You said you were going to stop.
We just spoke of this.
Yes, but they're still your son or daughter. And, heroin doesn't discriminate. It gets all genders. Yeah. And you can't just get rid of your kid. And, we're not going to get rid of Ramondre. We're just have to go through the charade of please don't do this. Yeah, because he has had one game this season where he didn't fumble, and that was good. That was good.
That was fun. Remember that?
That was fun. And it's you got to look for the week your kid doesn't do heroin, as opposed to the 4 weeks that your kid did do heroin. You're like, that was good. Can we just do that again? And even if they don't, you just try and reason with them.
Yep. Yeah, that's what you got to do. Al, any other thought? And then also offensively, guys, anything else you want to touch on offense before we go on defense as well? But yeah, just the Ramondre Stevenson, Al, your rebuttal to Liam's great heroin metaphor.
I have no rebuttal because there is not a rebuttal that could even get him to, or you. I shouldn't say you because you're pretty level-headed about it, but especially him, that's going to get him to even think twice about it. So let's just move to the defense.
Well, I'm glad I could clear that up for you, Al.
Let me
you bring up heroin. I'm not even going to entertain it. I'm done.
It's a real thing, Al. Look out.
Let me just quickly ask you then, Al. What? So it doesn't need to be a big thing. Just 90 seconds. What do you think moving forward? What do you think? What should they do with Ramondre Stevenson then, or with this running back room?
He should be a second string running back or even a third string running back. You bring in somebody else that can control the ball and go from there and build up Trevion Henderson. And then fine. It doesn't have to be Ezekiel Elliott.
Alvin Kamara is his guy. Alvin Kamara.
Trust me. I love Alvin Kamara.
That'd be great.
Incredible.
Imagine him
I would sew the jersey to my skin. I would wear it all the time. I love Alvin
He'd have to change his number, but
no, he wouldn't.
He's 41? Isn't Brandon Schooler 41?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, he is.
Schooler hasn't changed his number. Future Hall of Famer? Hell no.
I don't know.
But no, Al, but like seriously, so you think that he should just kind of fall back a little bit?
Yes, he should.
Okay.
If you want to be a good football team and you want to get to that back to that level, you need to act like it. Even if you're only 3-2 and you're coming off bad seasons, make the right moves. The right move. If you're not going to get rid of him, fine. But you can't have him starting every game. You just can't, because you can't every game be like, oh, I hope he doesn't fumble. Oh, I hope this is the week. You can't do that, because when it happens, it's going to hurt that much worse. And it's going to be more costly.
And then we lean on our rookie running back, who hasn't done a whole lot, who's a speedster. So stereotypically, speedsters get hurt. We didn't even get the best Ohio State running back, let alone, we have a guy who's.
We'll see. The jury's still out. The jury is
not out. The jury is no longer.
We'll
out.
see.
It's really not that close. Like, I understand sample size, opportunity. Maybe he's not getting all of them, but when he does, he's not the preseason dynamic. Holy fuck! Like, he was, for lack of a better term, playing plumbers and milkmen.
Is kind of it's kind of
weird.
I think we all thought that
is no longer noticeable. In the preseason, you were like, this guy is way faster than everyone else. In the regular season, you're like, he's fast, I guess.
Something to watch, I guess, moving forward. I think that's something that we should not in a bad way, but I think Tuck Rule Takes as a unit, we should kind of keep tabs on Trevion Henderson moving forward.
We should have taken Judkins. He's a fucking
everybody
monster.
will, but we'll see. Offensively though, guys, like I have nothing else. I don't know if you guys have anything. All I want to say though, offensive line, thank you so much for being so much better than we wanted you to be. Morgan Moses, Michael Wenu, you didn't even hear their names this game. Garrett Bradbury, is he going to be a Pro Bowler? Because he's that goddamn good. Jared Wilson, you didn't hear his name. Will Campbell, pancaking people, taking Joey Bosa's best.
Did give up half a sack, but that's okay.
He did, but I think May kind of went into some of those sacks, which is fine. Like it is what it is. It's going to happen. Overall, though, offensive line, that's my final point on offense, unless you guys have any. I love this offensive line. I'm happy that they are playing how they are. And Garrett Bradbury, I tweeted this earlier today. You sound like such a fucking loser when you say that, don't you? I tweeted this earlier today.
You do.
But Garrett Bradbury, we all as a Patriots fandom owe you an apology. I wasn't familiar with your game, buddy. I thought I was, but you are the best offensive lineman I've ever seen. So thank you for being here. Just quick thoughts on offensive line or anything else on offense before we go to defense from you guys.
Been serviceable. That's all we want. Improve every week. Keep it up.
Yep, I agree. Also, shout out to the tight ends too. These two dudes block like a motherfucker. I didn't need another excuse to love Hunter Henry, but the motherfucker sits out there and blocks. He loves it. And Austin Hooper too, who catches way less passes and does way more blocking. Just fucking loves it. He's good at it. So I dig.
Yeah, no, I love Austin Hooper. He's such a good backup tight end. I love him. You guys want to get to defense?
Yeah, let's do it.
Marcus Jones. That's what I want to start with. Whatever else you guys want to say afterwards, I just want to say Marcus Jones was one of those guys. I remember Patriots fans saying, maybe you should release him. Maybe you should cut him. Is he worth it? He's short, blah, blah, blah. He had a big pass breakup. Maybe he was holding a little bit.
The pass breakup was sick.
Very, very good. The dude was probably giving up like 8 inches. Marcus Jones was still broke up the pass. And then obviously he had the pick. That was a takeaway. Teddy Bruschi said it on Get Up this morning. That was not a giveaway. Marcus Jones took that shit away. Great play, undercut the route. Just what you needed at that point. Because I think the Bills were at like their own, or were at the Patriots 20 or something. They were marching down there. When Marcus Jones doesn't contribute on special teams, he does on defense. You guys can go wherever else you want on defense. I just wanted to throw Marcus Jones' name out there.
I mean, just kind of a general statement here. Obviously, Marcus Jones has been great the past couple of weeks, special teams, defense, everything. But for this defense to give up 20 total points to a Bills team that hasn't gotten under 30 in the first month, that's impressive.
Played shit teams, but yeah.
James Cook,
30 points,
59 yards. You gave up 59 yards. James Cook has gone over 100 every game for the Bills.
Yeah.
You gave up 59 yards to him. crazy game, crazy, and that's a testament to Milton Williams, Christian Barmore, what was it, Kari Tonga. That was another one. You see him just kind of owning the run defense. But yeah, there's so much to talk about. But yeah, Al Liam, whatever else you guys got on defense, I think there's a couple things we can talk about. Robert Spillane, my boy, forced fumble. This defense played well, man. They played well enough to win the game, and they did. Um, yeah, I don't know who else. It's just Milton Williams. Like I just keep
Oh,
going
that's
back to him.
like Robert Spillane's your boy. Milton Williams is my boy. I love Milton Williams in this defense. It's great. He is so good at beating his guy on the line and getting to the quarterback, putting pressure, getting QB hits. It's awesome to watch every week, along with Christian Barmore. So much fun.
Dude, they're so good as a duo, as a defensive tackle duo. So good. But Liam, defense. I know that I feel like you're a defensive guy, just like we are. Anything that you want to talk about defensively with this Patriots team, which I'm sure there is.
Yeah, there is. So I was thinking about it. It would have been way worse if the play I'm thinking of counted, but I have to call an ambulance. I have to call the paramedics to surgically remove the foot from my mouth because I am man enough to admit when I'm wrong, and Jalen Hawkins is pretty fucking good. Like Jalen Hawkins is pretty fucking good. Like if he had that interception, then I'd have to come on here and like draw a pentagram on the ground and sacrifice myself with a goat. Like, but it didn't. But it was a really sick play, even though it didn't count. And like, the tackles are good. He had half a sack. Like he's just super reliable for a dude who's been a backup for his entire career. I didn't see this coming. And
Look at you.
I was wrong. I
That's
was wrong.
growth, man.
Yeah, that one sucks. Yeah, I actually think I'm crying a little bit, but
Him and Woodson, by the way, the rookie,
yeah,
Chris Woodson.
Craig, and he has
Craig
not
Woodson,
really.
yeah.
He hasn't really impressed me to the extent
Next
that like
season will
he
be
should.
his year, I think. Next season
Yeah,
that'll be his year. Yeah, no,
I
the
hope
safety
so.
play, like they got beat by Dalton Kincaid. He's one of the
Yeah,
top tight ends in the league. What are you gonna
yes,
do? Like it is what it is. Yeah, the defensive backs played well. Christian Gonzalez played well again, gave up a couple passes here and there, but also had some big pass breakups. Carlton Davis got a little nicked up, came back in the game. He played well. Again, gave up a catch to what's his name? Coleman or
Coleman,
whatever.
yeah.
Yeah, and
yeah.
everybody acted like Liam. You brought up everybody acted like Coleman was like the Calvin Johnson of like
Yeah,
the
when
league.
what did Collinsworth say? One of the most powerful receivers in the league.
Yeah, what?
I was like, I can count on every digit on my body the amount of career catches he has. No,
Like,
he's not.
yeah, get out of here, man. The whole defense plays well. There, Christian Gonzalez being back helps a lot, and I think we brought it up when he did come back. He gives the pass rush that extra half second to get there.
Yep.
Milton Williams, Christian Barmore, they are menaces in the front in that
Yeah.
front four. Like just every single play you see them. One of them's getting double teamed, and they're still getting through the double team. Like Harold
Yes.
Landry, by the way, I think we all liked that signing, but I don't think any of us were like, this is going to be like some great thing. He's had a great year. Joshua Farmer, he did have that, Al, bad football, losing football play, but Joshua Farmer, rookie, drafted this year. He had a good game as well. Kyrie's Tonga, like I said, he was a signing in the offseason, another nose tackle, defensive tackle, has played very well. I'm happy with this defense, right?
Yeah, I do think Harold Landry is entering the um, Matthew Judon zone, not for high performance, but for quickly going from a ton of sacks to absolutely no sacks. But that doesn't mean he has no impact on the game. I think
Exactly.
sacks are an uh, overemphasized portion
Mhm.
of defensive linemen's game. Bill Belichick never loved sacks. He wanted disruption. So I do think he's still disrupting, but it is incredible to see him lead the league in sacks and just come out fast out of the gate. And then I don't think there was anything this game, last game, and the game before. So
No, but like you said, he's still impacting the game. He's still getting there. He's still, impacting whatever the quarterback is, whoever the quarterback is. So he's doing well. But yeah, just a great overall game, man. I have no more specific points about this game. I mean, I guess other than the fact that I've been begging for a flea flicker for like 2 years. And the Patriots run it, and it's the worst flea flicker I've ever seen.
Fucking
Where like
that's pretty
Trevion
bad.
Henderson like gets the ball, immediately turns around, doesn't even sell the run.
yeah.
Like just immediately turns around, and then Drake May is like, I don't know what to do. Rolls out, nothing. Like this isn't what I asked for. I don't know what this is. This was some weird like store brand version of a flea flicker.
They start
Not
running
what I
it, but
want.
he's like, no, I don't want to spoil it. No.
Oh, dude, I
This
was
is
so
not
upset.
the only
I've been
flea flicker I'm
saying,
gonna see.
that's my favorite play, and you wasted on this, and goddamn. Yeah,
Now
I mean,
they probably won't run it again all year.
I probably not. Other than that, the only other thing I had, our old friend Vidarian Lowe made an appearance. Great play.
Of course he did.
Boo.
Just a tremendous play.
Boo.
He's in there, jumbo package, third down. Patriots trying to get the first down to keep their drive going. I think there was like 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter. What does this man do? False start.
Yep.
Boo.
Dude,
Without fail.
Granted, I don't think it was a false start. They showed the replay. I didn't see that much, but still, of course, it is Vidarian Lowe. Of course it is. Just the word. So when that happened, I want to ask you guys, did you think that was the beginning of the downfall when he did that and then the Patriots got backed up? They had to punt the ball away that drive. Were you guys getting bad vibes? I was.
Yep.
I did. I was obviously pissed, but I was like, okay, passing game looks good. We can redeem ourselves. It was the next down when it's 3rd and long or whatever it is, and Drake May just kind of like runs out of bounds for no gain. I was like, okay. It's like things are not going well anymore.
No. But yeah, I guess I just like in any other like details, anything you guys wanted to touch on before we touch on the Saints game and get out of here? Anything else?
No, just a good win, and happy that we get to talk about it.
Bills suck, dude. They are brutal.
Yeah, no,
this is a tough watch.
Dude, this tough watch. This was a great game. The Patriots showed up, and we are going to talk about the Saints right now, but I just kind of want to look forward to you guys until the bye week. The Patriots have the Saints, the Titans, the Browns, the Falcons, the Bucks, the Jets, the Bengals, and the Giants before their week 14 bye week. I think the Patriots are going to the playoffs.
Like, there's only one guaranteed loss in that list.
What would you say? The Bucks?
Yeah.
I think that would be the one. So let me just say they lose to the Bucks. Say they lose to the Bengals as well. And then let's just say after the bye week, the Patriots lose to the Bills and the Ravens. That is 6 losses. The Patriots would be 11-6. Throw in another random loss in there. Whatever. Maybe they lose to the Falcons. Maybe they lose to, I don't know, maybe the Browns decide to show up. That's 10-7. We are searching for losses now. Do you guys understand what the fuck this win? That's why I said I said this before the Bills game. Don't let them win this game because you now have 2 divisional wins. You have a cakewalk of a schedule. You should go. Like I saw people saying 7 or 8 wins. If the Patriots win 7 or 8 games, that's a failure right now. Yeah, how I'm looking at it. Now it is. Yeah, exactly. Now going into the year, sure, 8 wins. We all would have been happy with it. But right now, that is a failure. You should beat you should beat the Saints. We'll talk about it in a second. You should beat the Titans. You should beat the Browns. You should beat the Falcons. The Bucks, maybe a loss. You should mollywop the Jets at home. You should beat the Bengals because I don't think that Joe Burrow is going to be back. And then you should skull fuck the Giants. So you should go into the bye week with almost 10 wins. Like that. And then coming out of the bye week, you have Bills, Ravens, Jets, Dolphins. That's easy. You should go 2-2 there.
The Ravens look pretty brutal right now, too.
Yeah, they do not look good.
And then Lamar Jackson has his hamstring, so we don't know what he's going to look like at the end. They're 1-4. The Ravens have like the 4th overall pick right now,
and yet they're still the favorite to win the AFC North because of how bad it is. Besides the Steelers, but
that's crazy.
Everyone should hammer the Steelers. That's free money.
And guess what? I want the Steelers. I want Steelers Patriots first round of the playoffs. I
want a
want
rematch
that win
with a
back.
cleaner game.
I need that win back. Give
that
it to me
the
in
last
Pittsburgh.
person I want to see in the playoffs.
Nope. Give it to me cold game in Pittsburgh. Ramondre Stevenson, $140. Let's go. But I just wanted to kind of touch on that. Guys, this win did so much. You are 3-2. The Bills are 4-1. You're a game back. Just stay on pace with them. That's all you have to do. We're going to do, if the season ended today, the Patriots are in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
So we did it. We fucking did the, if the season ends today.
Season's over, baby.
Season's over. But the Patriots are playing the Saints Sunday, 1:00 game. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, guys. The Patriots should win this game. I'm going to guarantee a win. The Patriots win this game. I think it might be kind of a close game. People might be upset that it's not a blowout. It's tough to win games in the football. Yeah, they just had a big win this weekend. So I think it'll be a competitive game, but I think that it will be a relatively comfortable game. Patriots win. I don't know what the score is going to be. I think they win by 10, I guess, whatever it happens to be. How do you guys feel going into this game?
Well, the Saints are 27th in points per game, 25th in total yards. Their offensive line is bottom half of the league. They average 200 passing yards a game. They do have 117 rushing yards a game. So that's pretty good.
Okay.
Patriots 31, Saints 14.
That seems about right.
I think in this game, just to keep it quick, I think if you pay attention to Alvin Kamara and then you shut down Chris Olave and Rashid Shaheed, and you could do a number of things. You could have Marcus Jones on Chris Olave. You could have, obviously, Gonzalez on Rashid Shaheed. You could have Carlton Davis in the mix there, too. Mm-hmm. Maybe Alex Austin gets a couple reps in there if those guys
need on speed. Marcus Jones on Shaheed.
Okay, so you can go Jones on Shaheed, and then you could go take your pick on Olave. You could go Gonzo or Davis.
Or just put Spillane on him, get one good hit in there. Olave will be out for the game.
We
can expedite this process, Al. This can be exported.
Listen, you were the one that was saying we gotta we can't be too picky here. So let's keep it simple.
Right. You're right.
Let's keep it simple and go the best corner in the game on Olave.
When there's a clear option in front of you to take a shortcut, I would normally take that shortcut.
So what do you think, Liam? What do you think? How do you think this game goes?
I think it'll be fun. I think there'll be a good bit of scoring on both sides. I think it'll be entertaining. Probably a lot of passes to Alvin Kamara that we'll have to stop. Spillane will probably have double-digit tackles. I think we're going to see some pretty damn good offense, too, because the Saints' defense is pretty atrocious. But their offense is capable. It's actually kind of fun to watch, oddly enough, because their record says they're abysmal, but they're actually really not that bad. Spencer Rattler, I actually kind of like, despite him being kind of like a
he's fun.
Little ass.
Yeah, he's a fun quarterback. Yeah,
he can ball, he can run, he can throw. So I think it'll be a good game. I think it'll be a lot of fun. And I was thinking we have Dre on to talk Saints after the game next week. So
no, we'll do it. So we'll have a guest next week. I think this is one of the few times we haven't had this in past years. I'd be disappointed if the Patriots lost. In fact, I will come in here and be like, I might have to change my tune. Over. Yeah, I might be like, shit, I'll see you guys next season.
But don't let this be a letdown game.
Yeah. No,
that's the whole thing.
Dude, I don't like everything. And I get that. You have to think that way. Looking at this Patriots team, realistically, Al, Liam, do you really think that this could be a letdown game? I don't. Given how Mike Vrabel is, how this team is, how focused they are, I don't see this being one.
I'm going to say yes, and only because of how young this roster is. Mike Vrabel can beat it into their heads and everything, but you know what? This is a young team. They're impressionable. They can get a little cocky and be like, you know what? We just beat the best team in the AFC, and we're facing arguably the worst team in the NFC. This should be a cakewalk for us. And they're in New Orleans. They might have some fun down there. Who knows? So I don't think it's like they should win the game comfortably, but you can't look past your opponent. You can't look past who you're about to play next. You have to take care of business, just like if New Orleans was the best team in the NFC. That's how you have to treat it.
Yeah. New Orleans is a sneaky city. Sometimes you go into the alleyway hoping to buy Molly and you accidentally buy meth, and it just ruins everything.
Back to the meth and cocaine fucking analogies for Liam.
I'm just, it's a good analogy.
but no, they should win. I hope Vrabel kind of gets them going. I think that they are aware that this could be a trap game, so to speak. I don't think they're going to let it happen. So I think that they win comfortably by at least 10 points, whatever. Score over 30 again. Drake May, probably a boring game, probably like 210 or something like that. Nothing crazy. What are you guys thinking for a Tuck Rule Takes lock of the week? What do you guys?
I'm deferring to you guys because I can't hit water if I fell out of a boat.
Man.
Fucking dude, we've all lost and lost hard. That last loss was tough though. Like, dude, 24. Vegas knows something. Suspect.
Yep. Do you want to go? Do we go Stevenson yards? I kind of want to go a little crazy with it.
I mean, like we could.
Because maybe they get out big and they just pound the rock. I don't know. Or do we go Stephon Diggs touchdown? It's got to happen at some point.
It does have to happen at some point. Their corners are shit.
I don't know, Liam. I will defer to you, man. Whatever you say.
Team total over, but we've already tried that. It hasn't worked. But like the Saints defense is really bad. Like we should be able to hit the over here. Should. Al has them scoring 31.
Yeah. I mean, or do we? And I'm just going to throw this out there. Do we say the Patriots should win this game comfortably? Do we just take them with the spread? I think it's like 3.5.
You know what? Let's just do it. Yeah. I would do it. I think it's going to be a comfortable win. Yeah.
All right.
Patriots spread, whatever it happens to be.
3.5
3.5 right now.
Yeah, it is a little fishy.
Gross.
Nah, just win by a touchdown. That's it. Let's just do it. Fuck it. Let's go. Yep. So Patriots
win by a touchdown, alternate spread.
Yeah. Oh shit. I don't know.
No, just take them 3. Take them 3.5. Don't.
Okay.
What's the difference? Make it easy. They either win by 3 or 7. There's really no
but they might win by like 5. I don't know.
They could win a 24-20 game.
They could.
Yes, Mr.
Let me ask you. So that's what we'll do. We'll do Patriots. Patriots win whatever the spread happens to be. If the Patriots lose this game, what do you guys think about this team?
I think worse about our gambling habits. If the Patriots lose this game, we have to stop gambling. That's on us. We have to stop gambling if that's the case.
Yeah.
Or we have to, whatever we think is the Tuck Rule Takes lock of the week, we have to then pivot and choose the opposite.
Go the opposite of it. Okay.
Yeah. If we lose again, then we have to start going opposite because things are going downhill.
I think we have to, because we have not been doing well. But yeah, so that's what we're doing. Patriots. But yeah, not great. Patriots, whatever the spread happens to be, 3.5 now. I got nothing else. Liam, Al, did you guys have anything else you wanted to talk about or touch on tonight?
Nada.
Nah.
It's a little late. I think we get out of here. Hopefully we come in next week with another win. We have Dre on, kind of talk shit to him after the Patriots, beat the Saints. And we'll go from there. But guys, this is Patriots are 3-2, man. They're the 7th seed in the AFC. This is it. This was the coming out party. The title for this episode is going to be We're Back, because I do think that the Patriots are back. I think we have hit the point where you can now expect some wins. You can expect some talented, plays. You can expect things. This isn't just like let's just hope everybody's competitive. You can now expect wins, expect to hopefully be in the playoffs moving forward. Great time to be a Patriots fan. Bills, you had your window. Unfortunately, it's closed now. I'm sorry. But you guys have to go back to being the losers that you are. It is what it is.
Drake May's time.
It really is. So for Liam, Al, I'm Mike. This is Tuck Rule Takes episode 201. We'll see you next week. Hopefully after another win. Patriots are 4-2 at that point. Maybe the Bills shock the world and lose. I think who are they playing? The Falcons, I think, or something. I forget. But they're playing a team they should win. Maybe they lose, because if you're tied with the Bills, you are first in the AFC East.
Let's see. They're playing the Falcons on Monday night.
I can see it.
Yes, we're Falcons fans this week.
Give me the Falcons. Wait, you know what sucks, guys? If the Patriots took care of business against the Steelers, we'd be first place in the AFC East right now.
That's terrible.
Isn't that fucking annoying?
Right.
Isn't that annoying? But whatever. So we're out. Episode 201. We will see you next week. We're out. Sweet feet.
Sweet feet.
Sweet feet.